Hi Christina, it's Kim Salgado. I'm your Dean for Humanities. I'm popping into your class today because I noticed that you late graded week 3 discussion board, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit because you late graded, you popped up on my radar, and I did a deep dive of your class, and I just discovered a couple things that I just want to bring to your attention. First off, I've noticed that you're not, I'm in your grade book, by the way, right now. I'm in your class and I'm in your grade book, but I immediately noticed that you're not giving feedback in the rubric. So I'm just going to pop into a discussion board here. And by the way, we can grade these differently. We don't have to go into the actual assignment and hit the grade all button anymore. You can actually just pop into an assignment right here. I'm going to go into Jessica's. She got a B+. So let's go in and let's look at her work. The first thing I noticed, and I've been popping around your grade book all morning, is that you're not giving feedback in the rubric. I do appreciate that you are giving them a little note down here. I very much do appreciate that. It looks like she didn't respond to 2 peers, and that was why she didn't get a perfect score. And you know, I appreciate that you're putting a little note here in the grading feedback box, because that's the first thing they see. But moving forward, and we've been training on this for a really long time, we want you to put feedback in the rubric that relates to the critical element of the student's work. And we want you to do this because we want the students to connect the dots between their work and what is required of them in the requirements, and so they can take your feedback and they can improve upon it. And specifically on your projects, specifically on the short answer responses, we need to see that they're growing, and we need to see that they're understanding your feedback and they're learning from it. The way to do that is you're going to click on this blue feedback box, and I'm just going to put a little test in here, and you would type in this box here, you know, great job, your initial post was wonderful, I really appreciate how you connected with the assignment and you shared whatever. And then you would hit done, and that actually saves this, and the students will be able to see that it's connected with the actual comprehension of the post. Timeliness here, you can always do this as long as they submitted on time on Thursday. You know, I sometimes, if I have a student who is always late with their initial post, I'll grade them accordingly, but I'll let them know in this box, in the feedback box, next time if you want full points, be sure to post by Thursday midnight. And then here is where you could have put your little note that you put down here. You need to respond to 2 peers. So next time, put it here in the feedback box. You know, I appreciate that you posted to 1, or thank you so much for your quality post and adding value to the discussion. But next time for full points, to earn full points, I'd love to see you post to 2. That's what the requirements say. So just to kind of give you an idea, that's what we're looking for moving forward. And then of course writing mechanics, this, if they are, you know, not doing well as far as their writing goes, and they need to maybe see someone in the online writing center, that's where you would put a note on that kind of stuff here, or if they're not using citations correctly. But moving forward, I would really appreciate it if you would start giving quality feedback in the rubric. And if you're going to grade this way, not by going into the grading center, you have to actually maximize this button this maximize button here. You have to maximize it. And I'm pulling down my window so you can see, and then you hit the update button. down here. So you add everything you want to add, and then you have to hit the update button at the bottom. And that will save the test that I did for your class. I really want to see, you moving forward. I want to see feedback in the rubric. It's something that's important. It helps these new students connect the dots. And it's something that all the faculty at SNU are doing. Us as deans, as a team, we're pushing faculty to put feedback in the rubrics for our students because it just helps them overall as they grow and learn, in their degree programs and with SNU and with the college. And I promise you, you'll see results. You'll see them, and you can tell them, now you're using the general feedback box. You can tell them in that box, hey, please, thank you so much for posting this week. Please see the rubric for my feedback. Something else too, and I know that this was just week 2 here for these short answers, and also, see, there's short answers week 2. I'm noticing though that students for the short answers, it's also the same way, and I know that this one's a little bit different. So I'm gonna go into Haley's real quick and see, because she got a B-. So let's take a peek at hers. I'm gonna pop down here and look at the rubric. Okay, it looks like for Haley, she got a B-. You told her she needed improvement on engagement of response and also response topic. There's no feedback in the rubric, but for an assignment, I want to show you that you put feedback in the rubric by clicking right here, and that will actually open up this box here for you to add feedback and then hit the save button. Again, when you do that, you actually, let me go up here, you would have to maximize it again, like I just did, and let me pull this down here, and then you can hit save. You can also do audio feedback. There's a save and record button here too, if you would like to send her some audio feedback, that's also acceptable. We don't care. We just want her to have feedback in the rubric that tells her where she needs to improve and what she needs to do differently to move on. Now I'm going to go take a peek quick and see what you told her in the feedback area here. I think you will really enjoy looking at this artifact in more detail. Look at the line of Van Gogh, especially in his late years, then see what really helped to shape his art. Okay, so you're asking her for more details, which is great, but when I look at the rubric and what it's telling you to do, it's telling you to identify your chosen artifact, describe the artifact in detail. What are the elements of the artifact that you believe are most important? State your opinion. Discuss how the artifact reflects. And so it's asking for specific things. And when I look here, engagement of response and response topic, so this says provides a response to all 5 questions, provides a response to 4 or fewer questions, responses missing components that would demonstrate basic understanding of humanistic artifact. I just think it would help her so much if you would have left a little note and told her what specifically was missing and what you really wanted her to develop a little bit more. That actually gives the student the cognitive response that they need for growth and student learning. So anyway, I'll move on, but that's, if you can move in that direction, would greatly appreciate it. And then I'm going to also send you some examples of announcements. I looked through your announcements real quick, and you've got one a week, but they seem pretty bare bones basic. I have some incredible faculty that really go above and beyond. In the announcements section in Humanities 100, remember, this is an entry-level course for brand new students, and we're looking to add to what's maybe missing in weeks, in the early weeks of the term, and also to share, where they can find extra resources and things to help them. Like, for example, this academic support tab in the learning modules. Did you realize that there is an actual humanities learning community? There is. Let me see if I can find it here. Math and science. See, visit your learning community. It's kind of, it's down deep, and I will, I can send you the direct link to this, but there's a humanities learning community. This is where the online writing center, they can go to the online writing center and sign up for a webinar if they're struggling with writing. That all of this stuff is in your class, and I don't even think students know where to find it. So, an announcement would be great, early in the term about, hey, this is where you go to get help with the online writing center. This is where you can go directly from the class to find the Shapiro Library. Those kind of things for students, especially brand new students, to know, and you can always use your announcements too in your feedback to them. Please see my announcement week 2 about the online writing center to help you, get your paper where it needs to be, or help you have someone else take a look at your paper after you've submitted it to help you with your citations and your formatting, that kind of thing. When I teach, I always put an announcement about the online writing center. I always put an announcement about plagiarism. I always put an announcement about my classroom management late policy, what I accept, what I don't accept, if things are going to be late, what I appreciate from the students. And I'm just, you have this tool in announcements here, and I just don't feel like you're utilizing it the way that you could be. So I'm going to send you some examples for that too. Anyway, this video was much longer than I thought it would be. I'm sorry, it's 12 minutes, 13 maybe almost by the time I'm done. But I'd appreciate it if you took time to listen to it all to the end, and I thank you so much. And I saw that you did, finish your grading for week 3, and I do appreciate that. It looks like you got that done yesterday, Monday. So it was a day late, and it alerted me to your class, and I do appreciate the job that you're doing in the discussion boards. I see that you're there, you're present, you're popping in more than, one day a week. I'm seeing you 2 or 3 days a week, and I thank you for that. I truly believe discussion boards are how you build a relationship with your students, how you encourage them to build their own student community. And I just want you to know that this video is just to help you, and I look forward to seeing your feedback in the rubric. And if you need me, or you want to talk to me about it, or you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much. Have a great day.